going to just get into the next game, and it will be on Fighting Spirit. So we go from Circuit Breaker to Fighting Spirit, another very standard map.
Yeah. The one thing is, if you have a map that's really standard for a really long time, as a build creator, that actually gives you a lot to play with because there's a standard way someone should play.
No, I mean, the counterpoint to that, right, is that the map is so figured out that players are very solid on it, right?
Right.
So how do you flip the balance?
Well, honestly, when someone is really solid, you feel comfortable doing a certain strategy, and you can play with that.
Okay.
Like, play to them playing a certain style because it's so standard.
Okay. I mean, that's exactly what Shine does better than every other player. We'll see if he can do it again here in game number 3.
So game number 4.
Whew. Well, yeah, basically. Game number 3.5, if you want to count it that way. But overall, it is game number 3. We are spawning close positions on the top of Fighting Spirit. C is our red Terran, and Shine is our blue Zerg. And what does he have in store?
That is a great question, Rapid, and I'm excited to say I have no clue
Our
what he has in store.
Pro League.
Hey.
So I'm trying. I'm trying. Okay.
No Korean.
You can't fault me for trying.
Just
guys.
like no math. Okay.
Okay. No math or Korean on there. I got it. All right. Well, let's talk about what the builds are looking like. Shine seems like he is comfortable going 12 hatch every game to get that economic boost, and C has tried to punish it, but it doesn't look like he wants to pull the trigger on really preventing Shine from doing it again.
Yeah. No Overlord here. I wonder. Yeah, 9 pool. Okay.
All right, so changing it up, going more aggressive. And for C on the other side, he is going Supply Depot, so it's nothing like just a straight-up command center immediately.
Yeah, it's not a command.
That's if you
it's
just really
CC.
want a few more Cs in your build. All right, a little bit of bonus there with the drone cancel.
Extractor trick, yeah.
Extractor tricks.
So this is like an eco ling pressure kind of thing, I think, right? I'm not 100% sure, but that's what it seems like.
If you want to go like, you know, there's these Eco 6 pools out there, right? No, just not,
well, I mean,
not really.
he's going up to 10 here. It's just going to take this isn't going to be a hatchery, I don't think. Should be six lings, I would think.
Right, so you are trying to go aggressive with this. There's no gas. A lot of times you can go 9 pool gas, get Zergling speed, pull off the gas, and that is a very strong aggressive opener. But he does want to be aggressive. He's morphing 6 lings right now. And I think what Shine is saying with this is that C's a little bit shaky and might struggle early on.
One thing here you look at, the drone scouting is cross map, and then the Overlord scouting close bottom right, so he will know exactly where Shine is spawning, or where C is spawning. So
yeah,
he can send the
absolutely.
6 lings in the right spot immediately, which is really nice.
All of this sets up for a very early opening and possibly an aggressive follow-up with maybe a Hydra all-in afterwards.
If you're a StarCraft viewer, this kind of reminds me of 12 pool, like Gasless 12 pool and ZVZ, where you're kind of just building lings and you take your expansion and you try to stop them from doing anything like that.
You mean.
Yeah, in StarCraft 2.
Yeah.
So if you're a StarCraft 2 viewer, it's kind of like that by the looks of it.
That's true. Basically, it's one of the most aggressive
nice
openings.
Scout here.
You're right. C gets the beautiful, perfect scout. He sees the lings coming, and he's going to be able to pull SCVs in time to block the ramp.
Yeah, and this was going to be, looks like, a 1-Rax expand, so it's really nice that he does get the scout off. Oh, is he going to push through?
Oh, no
no.
way. If you can glitch this.
Oh, he's going to get one of the Marines.
No way.
2
How
Marines?
does this happen?
Oh, no.
Tragedy strikes for Shine, or for C, rather, and Shine, he bullies through that front wall.
Honestly, a perfect reaction from C gets punished, so...
Wow. I mean, this is like watching Mini lose with Observers versus DT.
Does he get one more
Going
Marine?
forward, can he kill off the Marine? Those Zerglings
So
have
such
1
good
HP.
control. I think
the
it's
control!
dead. Wow.
It's good enough from C to hang on.
Yeah, that was great. I mean, still, though, like, when you look at Shine's base, it does not look like he's early pulled. Like, this is a very eco opener, honestly.
So, you know, it could be, right? It's all about what comes down out of these eggs. If it's drones, yeah.
It's drones, 100%.
He is going to be, preparing past that. But,
yeah.
You know, he always has the opportunity to, off of these 3 hatcheries, throw down a Hydra Den and go for round 2.
Yeah, he does.
He's got to kill off this SCV first, though.
Yeah. So far, it looks pretty eco, though. Just building drones, most likely.
Why does the extractor blink if there's no drones inside?
I don't know. I really like the CC on the high ground, by the way. Just playing it extremely safe in case
he
does build a bunch more lings.
That's the respect that he is putting on Shine's name.
He's giving a lot of respect here.
I mean, I guess you kind of have to do that because you never know what this guy is going to pull out, but I think he still wants to be aggressive after kind of recovering from such an aggressive opening.
Yeah. So we're probably going to see the CC lift off and land back at home, just like it's supposed to.
I feel like that one of the most confusing things about Brood War, at least for me when I was learning it, and I think for a lot of new players, is that there are just so many moments where you can be playing perfectly, but if you slip up, you die.
Right.
And finding those moments takes hundreds and hundreds of lost games. It's like, oh, misplaced my wall. Oh, misplaced my wall again. Oh, didn't have enough tanks. Whatever.
Yep.
And so for C, another one of those timings is coming up, and that is after you think you've secured your natural. If you don't rescout your Zerg opponent, sometimes they can throw down either like a random lurker drop in your main, a Hydra bust at your front. You really never know what's about to hit you.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we can relate this to StarCraft too, because I remember doing this kind of stuff as well. Like, you can do Ling all-ins, and they're like, okay, I've held this. I'm feeling comfortable now, right? Like, I've pushed this back. I'm probably not going to have to worry about anything. And then you go for round 2, and they have no idea, or they just get blindsided completely.
Round 3.
And then round 3, and then maybe even round 4.
No one will ever expect the 4th all-in.
Yeah.
Shine's one of those players, man. You really do never know what to expect when he comes out there.
Yeah, but so far this game actually just looks really standard for considering what happened in the beginning.
Yep, and you'll notice that instead of a medic, it's a fire bat included in here. And this is a very aggressive response to what Shine has done. He went aggressive, and now he is being forced to play defensively. And panic mode ensues. Sunkens take a long time to morph.
I like the Evo chamber in the front just to block the fire bat from getting in close, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. It is there to block, and is he turning around?
Looks like it.
Oh, so this is looking like a mind game from C to say, I'm going to push you, I'm going to push you, and force all those Sunkens. That's so many resources and drones invested, and now he just pulls back.
Yeah, I mean, it's damage done without doing anything, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. Couldn't have said it better. So C pushes out, gets all those Sunkens morphed, and then just pulls back, and now he's going to be able to build a ton of SCVs in his natural, and I guess both players recovering, essentially.
Yeah, this game has actually gone really standard considering what happened in the beginning.
Yeah.
This is like the most, this is like, you could almost pretend the beginning didn't even happen, honestly, and you wouldn't be like surprised about what's going on right now.
Yeah, even if you remember back to our first series, we saw a Nexus first be punished with a bunker rush, and
just, like,
the game kind of normalized after that. So just because you go all in or go aggressive early on does absolutely not mean that the game is over or you're super far behind, because it can absolutely reset.
That was a nice pickoff, by the way. Free fire bat there.
A couple of free Zerglings there as well, so I don't know if that's even, but the idea is that both players are really testing one another to see if anything's out of position.
Yeah, it looks like this is going to be the 3rd base for Shine. Probably in the bottom right again.
You would imagine so. He's still macroing mutas off of 3 bases.
He wasn't paying attention.
The mutas.
Wow, he didn't lose one.
How? Oh, no.
Look, he could have killed at least 1 muta there if he would focus 1 instead of 2 there.
Right, but a lot of times low health mutas are essentially dead because they will die instantly if you ever get them near Stim Marines. Yeah. So unless you can like stack them in the bottom of the stack where they can't be targeted automatically, it's going to be rough.
Right. We're going to see him be way less aggressive with his mutas, though, in general.
Less aggressive, and I believe we're going to see C be more aggressive when he pushes out with his 2nd macro cycle of Marines.
Yeah, I think it's very reasonable. There is 3 Sunkens already out, but at least you can try to force more Sunkens, or at least some defenses from Shine.
I mean, let's not get it twisted. 2 of those mutas are low, but he still has a full control group of, well, 11 mutas.
Yeah.
It would be 12, but you got to have the Overlord grouped in there. And that kills turrets incredibly quickly. So you really do have to respect that. And you can see that C is by not pushing out with a big group of Marines that he leaves back.
You got to look at Shine's vision right now, by the way. It's actually insane. Like, he has units all over the map seeing exactly where the army is at all points.
This is actually something we're seeing emerge again in StarCraft 2, where you burrow Lings everywhere around the map. And,
yeah.
You know, these aren't burrowed, but it's still Lings, Overlords being positioned to see where C might be vulnerable.
Right. Yeah, and to see where you're vulnerable, too. Like, if you have Lings like this, you know exactly where the army is. You can tell if they're going towards your 3rd base or not. This is the kind of stuff that makes players really, really good, in my opinion. It's just
coming
like
in again
awareness.
to try to stress test this. He's got the Lings to try to tank, but a Fire Bat's actually killing them remarkably quickly. Too many mutas in the skies, and one group of Bio gets cleaned up by Shine.
Clearly, the muta less HP thing didn't really matter that much, did it?
Yeah, realistically, if you lose 1 or 2 mutas and you're mass mutating,
not a big deal, especially if you're trading for Marines like this.
Right. I love these random Fire Bats. Sometimes what you can do is you can get a Fire Bat into a sneaky spot, stim it into a drone line, and kill like 6 drones, and that's That's a hard stopper right there.
Right.
Well, Hive is up. Defiler Tech on the way, and this third base isn't even mining just yet. So not the economy that Shine would want to have at this point, but it is a little bit more difficult for C to get a third base up. And I don't even think he's built the command center yet.
Yeah. I mean, when we looked at the first game, C's economy was just such explosive. Like, as soon as he got his map presence, he just took over his side of the map and just got CCs everywhere. But we don't see as much of an explosive economy yet, and that's I gotta feel pretty good for Shine for that, honestly.
You're right. This game does look okay. Now, the problem is that you still need to make use of these mutas and not throw them all away. He loses one, and anything to delay. This is a little bit like forcing tank pushes to siege up. You want to force the bio balls to stick together and pull back away from your base. Running it with the Lings at the same time, the Lings evaporate, but
kind of wish the mutas were a little bit more in that fight. Like, the Lings were there to buffer,
yeah.
but they just...
Lurker's burrowing, there's a scan. Oh, he lifts them both up, but one goes down.
Oh, it still saves one. That could have been both dead, to be honest.
Yep, absolutely. Getting another sunken, respecting this push, still microing towards the back. Oh, man, this is such a tense moment. Shine is actually playing this pretty well, but the tanks, the inevitability continues.
I mean, this is it. He has to defend this base here. If he breaks through these sunkets, it's going to be nearly impossible to defend the Marine Plump here.
He's going to try to snipe those tanks, but an Irradiate is on the way.
Yeah, this Irradiate's going to force him to split and potentially injure a lot of mutas here.
Scans to see how many Lurkers are up there. The answer is none. The Scourge go down. The tank gets sniped. Moving
he's
forward,
gonna go for it.
stimming through. The Sunkens go down. The Marines are pushing up, and I don't think the
Bunch of Lurkers
are
finish
enough.
right now, though.
Yeah, those
wow,
Lurkers,
these Lurkers are so clutch. If it wasn't for these Lurkers finishing, this would be a game ender.
Oh,
honestly.
and Dark Swarm. Oh, Consume and
Another Dark Swarm.
Done just in time. One more Dark Swarm, and this push is absolutely held.
Yeah, that was so close to being so bad. Like, I don't know how else to say it.
I guess he doesn't even need one more Dark Swarm. That Lurker Spine taking out the last tank is really going to force a big reset. And it is a little bit strange, especially if you come from other RTSs or StarCraft 2, to see how long a Terran player can sit on two bases. But eventually, they are forced to get into a third, and that time is now for C.
Yeah, taking it on position too, so it's just nice. I feel like as soon as he gets his momentum, he just starts taking over his side of the map. So if he can keep this like forward position and take all these bases like he did the first or the second game, the kind of second game, you know, he can start taking serious momentum in the series.
Yeah, the third base for Terran would be a huge boost to C's economy. It'd fuel his upgrades that he wants for the mech transition coming up.
That is a lot of SCVs transferring.
But you know, he's actually still pumping off of his barracks. The mech transition's a scary thing, and I don't want to talk about it just yet because I don't know if it's coming. I haven't seen too many mass factories being built, but I'm guessing in the future it will pick up. Either way, the third base is a big deal for C to pick up.
This is nice by Shine at least confirming that the third base is here. He needs to identify that he needs to do something here to at least limit the economy in some way.
Yep, Science Vessel's protecting that bio from too much muta harass. The mutas are still down on the bottom half of the base and might be looking to swoop into this vulnerable third.
Yeah, I don't know how many turrets are here. I saw at least... Oh, okay, that's probably too much here. He might... Actually, if he could pick up the Marines, this one turret alone, it wouldn't be enough to defend this many mutas.
I'm just a little bit worried that Desperation might kick in for Shine.
Oh,
he might catch them.
He gets one.
Yeah, so double Irradiates go down. So
actually, that was a really, really fast split.
Yeah, two dead mutas, but a very good split protects the rest.
Two dead mutas for a Science Vessel, it's not a bad trade, honestly.
Not a great trade, but you're right. It
could have been
good.
way worse. To be honest, two Irradiates and a clump of mutas, like, it can go really bad really quickly.
You're trading resources. Those dead mutas from Irradiates mean one more alive
lurker.
Oh,
nice Dark Swarm.
One more Defiler that gets to stay alive, and one more defense if it's natural.
Oh my god. That plague literally on everything.
I didn't see it because he has red Marines, but that's disgusting. Oh my god. So that really forces C to pull back. Man, clumping is very popular in StarCraft 2 because of the way the unit rallies work, but in StarCraft 1, if you clump your bio outside of Zerg base, you're asking to get plagued.
Yeah, in StarCraft 2, you're asking to be bane-linked, but...
well, yeah, that too. Anyway, the idea is that if you are immobile, you will
Don't
get
clump
punished for
your
it.
Marines, okay? That's the lesson here.
That's true. But it's so easy. I could just leave them in one area and then control group them away.
This is why we're commentators and not pro gamers.
So this is that mech switch that I'm talking about. He lifts all of his barracks, and it's a big hit to his macro because he does have to build a bunch of factories, build a bunch of machine shops, get the upgrades going. But you'll notice that I think momentarily his mech upgrades will kick in because he built the armories earlier.
Right.
So it's a big transition. It might be a small weak spot because he won't be able to build a lot of units, but the transition once mech hits is huge.
Look at how many CCs he's taking. Like, he just explodes and takes his entire side of the map.
This is like Sauron Terran, where you just expand across the land and take everything in sight. And he is very intelligent to do that because while the mutas are mobile, they can't fight really anything straight up. Oh, he's trying to go for a big Doom drop, but he has to drop out prematurely thanks to very intelligently positioned Marines.
He leaves one of his lurkers behind, too. Oh, wow, these turrets are just finishing.
Oh, incredible positioning. The timing
my God,
by
there's so many.
So good. I mean, the Dark Swarm, the lurkers, they're still going to come off here, but it will not be as effective as if it had gone unscouted.
Yeah, imagine if it did go unscouted here, and these turrets weren't finished. But
oh, the Zerglings evaporate. Oh, Mine killing off a few in the middle.
Okay, looks like Shine's finally trying to push back and not have this huge contain. And the entire map, to be honest, it just feels like a containment right now.
He's going to go for Ultra Tech behind us, but you need such a huge economy. He's taken back that natural down south, but...
Oh my God, nice Dark Swarm, though.
He's just losing a lot. Oh, Plague on the Science Vessels, though. That's good.
Yeah, it's something at least.
Yeah, I mean, something is...
This lurker killed so many buildings.
Unfortunately, buildings don't count as...
He does have a Science Vessel right there. Interesting scan.
Honestly, I think maybe even more than the Dark Swarm would have been a plague on these what do you call them? Supply depots. Wow, I totally forgot that. The one building Terran's got a lot of. Yeah, if you plague the big group of supply depots, usually Terrans can't get SCVs to repair the inner ones, so they burn down because Terran buildings still damage to themselves.
Yeah,
but he didn't.
Looking at this game, I still feel like C has a huge advantage, especially economically, rather.
Yeah, if you just like blur your eyes and look at the mini-map, there's a whole lot of red out there.
Yeah, I mean, I can only imagine his vision. It's just insane right now. Like, he knows literally everything that's happening. This is his map, and Shine is an intruder on it.
Oh, absolutely. Shine is going to be told to get out if he can't get in with a very sneaky drop, and that's what he's going for.
If the vision wasn't so good, honestly.
So immaculately positioned.
Good luck dropping on that, honestly.
No,
these Scourge might be able to find the Science Vessels, though. They're all exposed.
Oh, cloning them perfectly. Every Science Vessel dies. Not the greatest efficiency on Scourge, but nice save.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have to drop right now. Honestly, that was really, really good. That's like the one thing that Shine has gone for him right now.
Trying to run the Zerglings by. Picks off a tank, actually.
The tank had like 4 HP from before.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that was left out in the open, but it does get taken down. So every little advantage that Shine can get is really going to help him.
God.
He's going to try to drop into here. Will the Dark Swarm come down in time to save everything? A little bit late, but it does come down.
He's killing his Overlords for more Dark Swarm. Oh, nice Plague, actually.
Yeah, he did have to consume
Overlords. He consumes Overlords for it.
For the Plague, but realistically... The exit strategy, not that well thought out.
Still, this is not too bad. I mean, you don't need to really worry about an exit strategy, honestly, as long as you can keep him off that base for a really long period of time.
One thing that our observer is just now showing us is the upgrades for mech are still pretty low. It's only +1 weapons, but he is churning off of 2 armories. Coming in to try to take out these vulnerable tanks.
Yeah,
if he can
some of these
snipe
tanks
one off.
are really vulnerable. Does he have another Dark Swarm? I don't think he does.
Did he run in with lurkers behind that? I thought I saw that, but I guess I was mistaken. So coming forward for Plague. Was it the mine that killed the Defiler underneath?
No, the mine's still alive, actually. I think it was just irradiated or something. Maybe a tank. I don't know.
I'm guessing tank splash. But look at these mutants. They find another clump of unprotected tanks.
Yeah, it's going to at least 3 tanks there.
Diving in for the 4th. I believe it did go down, but the Vultures running through should be significant. Still not pulling this full control group of mutants back, trying to find a way to break through.
He's honestly finding a lot of windows now compared to earlier, where like he was actually just finding no windows whatsoever.
Haven't seen the Ultras yet. That is the tech to follow up here.
This.
But the mutants find a big gap.
So much damage done. Pull your SCVs away.
C's defenses are not sufficient. The mutants get in. They're dealing tons of damage.
Yeah, that is a lot of SCVs going down there. Look at, I mean, I really feel like Shine's making a break for it here. He's actually coming out of his shell.
Yeah, pick up and go is the call for C. He recognizes he's taking some hits, but they're not significant enough to fight him straight up. Oh, get the Plague off. No!
It just died.
A full energy Defiler getting taken off when it could have plagued the entire mech army.
That's very unfortunate. He's focusing a lot on his aggression right now, a lot on the Spire.
Does he only have 1 Defiler? The Defiler count has to be very low right now. But okay, that's where your gas is going.
I think he has a couple Defilers, though, at least.
Pointing out that Chitinous and Speed are not done for these Ultras.
Oh,
They're
no,
slow
the Ultras are
and
going
weak.
for it.
Yeah,
There's only a couple tanks that are actually sieged here.
Yeah, but the Ultras are so weak, and they have none of their upgrades, and every
now
single
the
one
Dark
of them will
Swarm comes
die.
off. Nice Plague, too.
Oh, big Plague. Yeah, you're right, but still, those Ultras, they need to buy time for their upgrades.
Yeah, I think they do, though. This is getting pushed back now. The Plague going off. This is going to make this mech army really weak when the Ultras do finally engage.
Yeah, look at that. The Lings
I wish
and
we'd
Dark
see
Swarm.
them. I don't know where the Mutas went. I don't know if they died or what.
I think they're still down south. Didn't catch that, but
Like,
yeah, maybe
Mutas
they
could
did
pick
die.
up a lot of tanks right now, even though there's Goliaths here.
You're absolutely right.
Now
And
the Mutas
here
are
they
coming.
come, ready to snipe off those tanks, but they have to make sure they get there.
I think they're going to get there. I think they're going to take out a lot of these tanks, actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at
They're
that.
right on top. And actually, no Irradiate there on the Science Pistol. The Goliaths, though, are still very good. Their Charon boosters
on
give
the
them
Muta.
extra range. Yeah,
all these Mutas are probably going to go down.
Sacking the Mutas, not killing off the tanks. And I don't know, the writing might be on the wall for Shine here.
Yeah, it's definitely starting to fall in his favor.
No,
I mean, it's
Adrenal
already
just now kicked in, and that's going to make killing off those tanks very possible. Another big Plague and Dark Swarm will allow that single Zergling to live a few seconds longer.
Yeah, you got to feel like Shine's kind of struggling here on all fronts just to defend himself.
Yep, absolutely. Every time I hear a high-pitched noise, I expect it to be him typing GG out of here, but he is holding on remarkably.
Yeah, he's trying. He definitely doesn't want to drop this map here.
Wow, look at Cracklings, man. That's one way back in the game for sure.
He's actually playing a really good game, considering his position has been behind the entire game, honestly. He's not been in a good spot.
It's been a difficult game for Shine, but he is hanging on. And I think he recognizes that, going into the game, the original game too, he was looking to go up 2-0. And now it's 1-1. Now it could be 2-1 against him. Things are starting to fall apart, and I really do hope that he can put up a fight here. If he can take out one of these mech armies, he buys time for his bases to get up. But asking that is a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how many units he actually has here. He threw away so many Ultras before Chitinous was finished.
Tanks moving under Dark Swarm. That is a bad sign.
Yeah, I don't think there's any Defilers here either.
Killing off the Nidus that fuels another base. The Ultras coming out. They have more upgrades now, but so does the mech.
Matrix, yeah.
D-Matrix as well. The Overlords, I thought they were full of stuff, but it looks like they're not.
Yeah,
GG, and that's it. Shine tabs out. A heartbreaking loss, but once again, very well played by a very solid C.
Yeah. He's looking great after the first game. I thought this might be going one-sided for Shine, but now it's not looking so good for him.
That's true. You might think that Liquid was the opposite of a solid. No, they are very solid when C is the Liquid in question. A very good game. Shine showed that he had a lot of cool strategies planned, some drops, some timings, but none of them worked out. So that's going to do it for our game there, and Shine goes down 1-2 in the series when it absolutely could have been the other way around.
Yeah, he's going to be put up against the wall here, facing Elimination possibly.